Hello all, this is Gun Barrel Squishy talking to you about Apex Legends, the new out of nowhere game from EA. And just to let you know, this video is brought to you by YouTuber Eddie Brock. He has a great channel with music-based vids, so check it out whenever you get a chance. Check out his channel. Now, honestly, I have not played too many Battle Royale games. I've done a little Halo multiplayer and a little COD, some Destiny Crucible, and a little Overwatch. But it's really not been my thing. But since I heard about this last Wednesday, it's been getting a little more popular and popular every day. So a couple of my friends asked me to come on and join them in some matches, and I have to admit it's been pretty fun. I enjoy the fact that it's not out of the gate fighting. It can be if you land in an area that's just where a lot of other players land, but you can land in a totally isolated area, gather your things, and slowly work your way to the more populated areas. It's your choice. That's what I like about it. You're just not popped in somewhere where all guns blazing all the time. So, and I also like the fact that if you actually watch this entire run through with me and my team, like I said, I'm not the most experienced one at these games. So I'm like super nervous, always looking around my shoulder and just looking for as much as I can grab. And I literally didn't kill anybody in this match, but we made it to what we were ranked number 2 out of the entire match. So we actually did really well. And that's with me killing nobody. So you just it's all how you play it. You can play it nice and safe, or you can just be super aggressive. And as long as you're smart about it, and check different areas for more weapons and more different types of accessories for those weapons. You get so many different types of bullets and grenades. I mean, the levels of the weapons too. I mean, I ran across a couple weapons from blues to purples and even some gold weapons that I actually took off some players I killed. So you never know what you're going to get. A buddy of mine, he actually got pretty lucky with some gold weapons at the very start of the missions where we landed, so you never know. But it was quite enjoyable, I will say that. I like the size of the map most of all. Now there is only one map right now, but I'm expecting them to add a couple more different types of maps. But for right now, this map is doing great. You have so many options to where to land that it's almost like you could literally land in 100 different locations and never be in the same spot, So it's pretty nice. You got these little pods that you come across, you open them up, and you never know what you're going to get. But they usually give you some pretty nice little weapons and armor and ammunition and some grenades. So yeah, definitely get as many of them as you can. Watch out for these snipers. I never lucked out and was able to find a nice sniper rifle like these other guys. So that's just the way it is. But it's all based upon, there's this circle that continuously gets smaller and smaller. It's never in the same location. So you just have to wait for the warning sign to come in, and it'll tell you there's a countdown timer, and you have to follow the directions, and once that timer gets down, then the circle gets a little smaller and smaller. If you stay outside that circle, trust me, I found out the hard way. You'll die. I think it took about 30 seconds, 30, 40 seconds before I finally hit the bucket. I guess it's how much armor and how much shielding you have, actually. So, the less you have, the faster you'll die. So, make sure you're inside that circle as it closes. And not much more to say. I mean, you gotta be quick. So, a buddy of mine, he found out, he went in there and he just tweaked his sensitivity a little bit, and he did great after that. I mean, he went from no kills to at least 3 kills per game, So, by him adjusting his sensitivity, that really helped out. And unfortunately, it didn't help me out that much. But anyway, you got so many different options here. You got, what is it? You start off with access to 6 different characters, if I remember correctly. And there's 2 others, but you have to unlock them either by going to the store and purchasing the credits to buy them, or you can earn in-game credits and purchase them that way. But the 6 characters you get a chance to get, they're pretty diverse, and they've got some great skills, each of them. My favorite was the big sumo guy. He had his shield, and he could call in a mortar strike on a location that he threw a smoke bomb to, and I kind of enjoyed that. There was another one. She was like a medic. She had this portable little robot she could call and heal her teammates when they were down. And you had this, this other guy who, he's more of a robot. He could shoot out zip lines and reach nearly impossible areas. And there was this other girl character. She was, her name was Wraith, and she could literally just phase out of, I wouldn't say existence, but she'd get out of phase to where she couldn't be shot and reappear in another location. You could still see her, I believe. I've never actually witnessed it, because every time another character phased around me, they killed me instantly. So, but she could also create these portals. She'd create a portal in one location, run ahead of everybody, check out the location. Once it was clear, she could create another portal and call her team, and all her team would have to do is go into the first portal, and they'd be teleported directly to her at the second one. That was a pretty nice little trick there, and it was very useful. Then there was this other guy. He could track you like crazy. He had this ability to do like a sonar type of thing, where he could tell if there were enemies near him. And all these characters, they also had a super ability, or an ultimate, really, that went a little bit above and beyond what their normal abilities could do. So it was very fun to go in and try each character. And of course, you're going to have a favorite. I mean, that's a given. So, but once I stuck with a character, I sort of did want to try the other ones, but I was kind of forced to, because in certain times, when at the beginning of the match, you wouldn't be able to choose first, because that's how it works. There's 3 people per team, and it's like a lottery deal where one of those 3 people will be first, and then there'll be a second, and there'll be a third, and that's the order that you'll get to choose your character. Well, not everyone can. Well, let's put it like this: no two people on the same team can have the same character. So on a team of three, it'll be all three different characters. So if there's two people ahead of you, and one of them grabs the character you usually have, then guess what? You have to get it. One that you haven't played with before, or one that you don't like, or even one that you might like that you've tried and just don't play. You know, you never know. That's just the way it is. So I enjoyed it quite a bit. I wish that they would have, as far as the weapons go, in the beginning it was hard for me to tell exactly what the weapons would fire like, and you didn't want to actually fire the weapon until you had to, because you didn't want to give away your location, right? So sometimes you'd pick up a weapon and you weren't sure what it did per se, because you go in and you really don't want to just stand there and look at a weapon before you pick it up. I mean, you've got to go in, get that weapon, and start running sometimes. So, and a lot of times that's what I did, was I just got in. As soon as I found a weapon, I quickly picked it up and just started carrying it. I didn't know what it did. I didn't know if it was a semi-machine gun or a light machine gun or semi-automatic or whatnot, you know. But like I said, I was never lucky enough to find a sniper rifle. And the sneaking in this game, oh, that was some fun stuff. Let me tell you, like I said, I'm not big into battle royales, but this was super fun. And for a free game, let me tell you, EA, thank you so much. I mean, this is awesome, really. I mean, I'm not saying it's the greatest game out there in its genre, but let me tell you what, you certainly put it up there to be quite a contender. And it is definitely going to draw more and more people as the days and weeks go by. I can tell you that right now. And whew, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on it. Like I said, I was more of a sneaker and a watcher mainly. I tried to back up my team, so I tried to have their backs as much as possible. I wasn't much of a scout to where I was the one going out there, you know. But and that's the cool thing, you know. You could also point out locations without having to go to them. You know, you could ping them, and your team could decide whether or not they want to go to that location. If they did, cool, everybody go. Or you could go by yourself. You know, you go solo in this game, and you're risking pretty big time, because what happens is you go solo in a certain location, you get killed. Well, you have to wait for a teammate to come and revive you. And if they don't make it in time and you're actually killed, well, there's only a certain amount of time that your teammate has to actually grab basically a data pad from your stash and take it to a revival location. If they don't make it to you soon enough, then you're totally out of the game until the next match, you know. So, and it's fine being able to make it to those revival stations. That's sometimes a hard deal there, and that's pretty much it. I would suggest that if you get a chance, try this game out. You know, you may not like it, you may love it, but let me tell you what, it's free. Go grab it and get to it. Get some friends with you. You know, you could do it without friends. You know what I mean? You still get a team of two. Well, not all the time, I'm going to say that. Sometimes when I was in there with a buddy, we didn't have anybody that was matched with us, so it was just us two. But that was quite seldom. I'd say that was probably, you know, 5% of the time that we played that happened. So I just want to say, get out there and play this game. It's got 5 stars from me. This has been Gun Barrel Squishy, and I'd like to say, please have a super day or night, and thank you. Please remember to like or unlike, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell. It really does help me out. Thank you so much. And again, later.